I hope we barely missed a knockout on Lele. No Jax button. Okay, so it should be Focus Sash. What is up, boys, girls, and everyone else? James Baek here, and today we're going to be playing some more Stadium Ladder with the Kyurem team for one last time. One of my favorite restricted Pokemon has actually done a pretty decent amount of work, and hopefully it gets to have a strong finish towards the team that we've been using for the last couple of episodes. But if you haven't already tried out the team, make sure you do. Rental code will be available for 2 weeks after this video, but otherwise it will expire, so make sure you grab it while you can, as well as there's a paste bin down below if you do want to try out the team. And if you enjoy the videos, of course, be sure to leave a like down below, or leave a comment down below, as it really does help out with the YouTube channel. Today's common question of the day is going to be, what do you like watching competitively? It could be like an esport, it could just be a regular sport. Let me know anything you like watching competitively. It could be like food eating contests and stuff like that. For me, I always find myself watching usually Super Smash Brothers. Melee and Ultimate have been really great. And chess recently. I've been picking up chess ever since PogChamps 3. I've been really into watching chess recently. And I did like playing chess back in my school days, but never really tried it out seriously. So I've been playing a bit recently. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. But otherwise, let's get started with today's video. All right, we got some interesting picks here that I haven't seen. Gengar, which is not a Pokemon we commonly see anymore. Gengar plus the Togekiss, alright, with Landorus, Farian, Metagross, Kyogre, and Porygon 2. So they don't have like an immediate speed control, which is nice, because unless it's like Scarf Gengar with Icy Wind, Pheromosa should outspeed and just be able to Icy Wind most of their team. And yeah, Pheromosa is really solid in this matchup. I really do like Pheromosa. So Pheromosa seems like a really powerful lead. I think Pheromosa Dragapult is pretty generally safe, especially because I want to say I should be able to KO the Togekiss, I think, if it doesn't max with coaching Max Phantasm. So I really like that option. I really do like Kyurem in the back. Kyurem does fantastic here. And Lele, not exactly that great here. I would say Torkoal. Good backup answer to help against Kyogre and slow down its damage output, while also being able to help against the Metagross, and Metagross becomes a bit too problematic right here. I think that's the goal. I could also whisk the Metagross, which I think is very solid here if I'm able to whisk the Metagross. I could also mash it with coaching, which is really nice. So yeah, I got like a lot of options, I think, against their team in general. The Gengar could potentially be scary. I don't know if Icy Wind and the Dragon Darts with Life Orb can knock out the Gengar, because if it does, that's actually a really solid thing I could do. But yeah, Landorus is not that hard to deal with. Pheromosa actually outspeeds Scarf Landorus. Did they time out? I think they might have timed out here. If they timed out, that'd be really bad for them, but really good for me. So let's see here, because if they timed out, I could coaching right away into the Kyogre slot as they lead Metagross. And oh boy, that'd be fantastic spot here. And it looks like, yeah, I think they did time out here. So Metagross Kyogre lead, pretty solid right here, especially if I'm able to pick up a knockout into that Kyogre slot. And I think I can handle Metagross late game with with Torkoal. I guess Scarf Kyogre is the only thing I'm a little bit worried about, but would it be Scarf on this team with Porygon 2 and Togekiss? I want to say no. I think it'd be unlikely. So I'm going to go for coaching here. They don't have a switch in, so I'm going to Phantasm. Or should I Dragon? The thing is, well, if they timed out, they have Landorus and Togekiss, right? What if this is a bluff to get me into like a Porygon 2 situation, which is they're only switching to Phantasm? But you know what? Yeah, I'm going to Phantasm. Because I want to give it a Kiss, because I don't think +1 Phantasm KOs Kiss. So we will see a Dynamax come out for my opponent. I think this has to be Metagross. I don't think it's going to be Kyogre. If it's Kyogre, I don't know how much damage I'll be doing. I'd be doing a lot though. Wow, it is actually the Kyogre. Okay, does Kyogre... I don't know if Pult survives this, and I don't know if I'll actually survive. Wait, I just realized the Kyogre Dynamax first, so it was actually Scarf Kyogre. Oh, that could have been really bad for me, actually. Yeah, that could have been really bad for me. So that means it's Frail Kyogre, which is one benefit here, since it'll definitely be taking a lot of damage from this Phantasm right here. All right, let's see what they decide to go for. Gonna go for the coaching. Gonna be a +1 attack and defense, so I'll take the Metagross attack really well. But the thing is, Hailstorm is really big here. Although if it's Ice Beam Hailstorm, I'm not sure how much damage it'll do. We'll see. Decent amount to the Kyogre. That should be close combat range from my Pheromosa. What are they going for here? They're going for Hailstorm. Okay. That does break a Sash on Pheromosa, which is unfortunate right here. Big hit. Not a KO though. Let's see. Did they double up with Metagross or did they just go for the Pheromosa slot? They did go for the Pheromosa slot, then Headbutt. Okay, fair play. That's pretty fine though for the most part. Yeah, I do lose my Pheromosa, but I'm in a fantastic spot, I think, with I think I'm in a fantastic spot here. Yeah, because I can just go Kyurem. Kyurem's faster than an Ogre. I guess there are some complications that could happen. I really want to go Kyurem here. I think Kyurem's generally fine because... Yeah, I think Kyurem's generally fine here. Because what I can do is I can go for... I feel like Kyogre switches out though, right? I would read Kyogre switches out here if I was my opponent. Kyogre switching out would make sense because they could go Landorus and then have a Scarf Kyogre for like end game situation. I want to Phantasm the Kyurem and I kind of want to go for Spear. Spear wouldn't be that bad of a play here, I think. Yeah, I think I'll go for Spear. I really want to read. I think it makes more sense for Kyogre to swap here because they're faster than Polt anyway, unless they expect the Airstream, but I would Phantasm the Metagross since I have it on deck here. So yeah, I'm going to go for a Phantasm and I'm going to Spear the Kyogre because they could have a Scarf Kyogre to finish off the Dragapult with like Origin Pulse and they would still have like a decent amount to my Kyurem, I think. So I think they would want to save Kyogre here because if they expect Fusion Bolt, Landorus would be a pretty safe play here. But I could be wrong. But they do swap out Kyogre. Nice read here. All right. So that's fantastic. I'm thinking this is Landorus. I don't think they would just kiss on a Fusion Bolt. Yep, called it. So Landorus comes out. Excellent. Oh, so good. So good. Let's see if Metagross protects or not, though, because that is also a big factor. They could protect here. Bullet Punch. Okay, with coaching, we easily survived that. So it's probably a Assault Vest. I had a suspicion when it reveals Zen Headbutt. But yeah, we are going to be able to get Phantasm off. Knock out that Metagross. Absolutely phenomenal position. And afterward... I think I just go Torkoal and I click Rock Slide, or no, I click Fusion Bolt. I think I have like a few plays I could go for. Icicle Spear into the Landorus will pick up a knockout. Easy to hit KO with the Spear. Goodbye Landorus, and now it's Togekiss as well as the Kyogre in back. Does Dragapult live in Origin Pulse at this range? Absolutely not. At 28, I doubt it. I really want to save Kyurem though. So what can I do here? They're definitely... Would they Origin Pulse here? I think they would Origin Pulse. I want to reset my Intimidate though on the Kyurem because that should allow Rock Slide to KO the Kyogre at the range it's at. I'm not that worried about Kyogre if I get the Sun Up with Assault Vest. So I'm going to go Torkoal here, I think. I'll sack it. And you know what? I'll just go for... Oh, wait. But they have to follow me here, right? Would they follow me? They could have helped me hand, I guess. I'm just gonna go for max guard. I want my Torkoal to go down here, yet I don't know Torkoal's going down here is my question. If I protect, let's go for the, I guess, Phantasm into the Kiss slot. No, I should Phantasm the Ogre slot. I know it's Scarf, so it can't protect. And Ogre's the... Well, I guess Kiss is actually the more offensive threat in this position. So I don't know. They could lock themselves in an Ice Beam. If they lock themselves in an Ice Beam, I'll also be in a pretty decent spot here. Origin Pulse kind of makes sense though, I think, because they gotta hope that like my last slot is weak to it, right? Which is my Torkoal right here. So let's see. Gonna be the Water Spout. Is that I don't think they realized the I think they probably thought I didn't have... Maybe they thought I didn't have the why is that Water Spout there? Maybe they forgot they were at low HP. Maybe they thought that Water Spout would have just KO'd the Dragapult in Rain and wasn't expecting the switch in. But yeah, that actually 100% seals up the game for me here. Is Dragapult left on 1 HP? Are we at 0.5 HP? No, we're at 1 HP. And we'll go for the Eruption. I think Eruption does more than Heat Wave. Let's just go for Eruption, I guess. And we'll go for the Darts. I mean, we went with Kyurem anyway. Kyurem-Black beats the Ogre. But yeah, that was a pretty strong game. I mean, yeah, it did suck that my opponent timed out, but I think I still made some pretty good reads overall. Although Ogre Dynamax in tournament was not what I expected at all. An Ice Beam into Hailstorm on Metagross would have been rough. Although I didn't think it'd be Hailstorm. Because I don't think you need Hailstorm with an Ogre team. What happened? You see? But yeah, I didn't think that they would go for Ice. Well, I guess, yeah, I didn't think they would have Ice Beam. I mean, I didn't think Ice Beam into like whatever Metagross did with KO with the coaching. I don't, unless Hailstorm, but I don't think it would have been that bad. I would have knocked out the Ogre and still been in a pretty decent spot, I think. I'm not sure if it's decent if they knock out the Dragapult, but I don't think they can knock out with anything but Hailstorm. And I was expecting Hailstorm on that team mainly because they had Kyogre. So yeah, I think it was fine. If they didn't Dynamax Ogre, I got the KO on Ogre. I still had Dragapult around, and they would have still had to play around Dragapult, which was really threatening to them in general, which I think was really important. I also had Torkoal endgame for Metagross, so I think I would have been fine because they probably were like forced to Steel Spike at that point. And yeah, I think it would have worked out. I think that read on Landers definitely made sense. I did feel like that they were going to conserve the Scarf Ogre because Scarf Ogre is just threatening in general. Like Origin Pulses still hurt, like it was definitely worth saving, and I think Fusion Bolt definitely made sense there as a play. And me trying to take the KO on Metagross so my Kyurem was protected. So they expected the Fusion Bolt. I read that they expected the Fusion Bolt and tried to preserve the Ogre because I thought it made sense to preserve it. And even if they didn't, it wasn't the worst spot. I guess the worst spot would have been if they saved Metagross or like switched out. Icicle Spear could have still, I don't think it would knock out Kyogre at that range, but it would have probably put in Rock Slide range, which was also still pretty crucial, I felt like, in general. And Kyurem was still really good in that game in the long term. So yeah, I felt like pretty safe for the most part, as long as I got the damage into Metagross right there, because they didn't exactly have safe switches to Metagross with Togekiss and Landers in the back. So yeah, that was my thought process. But we'll move on to our next game and we'll see how it goes. All right, scary team. Haven't seen a Durant in a long time, and this is a scary team. Calyrex, Lele, Whimsicott, Thundurus, Urshifu, and the Durant. This is a really scary team, like really scary. I don't have the best Durant answers at all. Am I losing the Durant here? I might. I don't have the best answers to it. It's actually funny because Durant is also a Pokemon I've been considering for another team, but that'll be in the future. Let's see. I don't want Lele here. Lele doesn't help that much at all. Dragapult probably. I feel like I have to bring Torkoal to deal with Durant, but like my Kyurems are really good against their team, against everything except the Durant. That's a problem. I'm gonna go Pheromosa, I think, with like Kyurem. It's probably my best offensive lead. I think I don't bring Lele. I think I bring Torkoal, and I think I bring the Dragapult. Although maybe I could sweep with Trick Room. Maybe I could sweep with Trick Room actually. Maybe no Dragapult. I'll try to Trick Room mode out, because if I can get Trick Room, they don't have the best answers to stop Trick Room if they bring Lele, or if I get rid of the Whimsicott. So yeah, I'll try to Trick Room out. We'll see how it goes, because this is a really, really rough spot. If they lead Durant, Whimsicott, I'm gonna be in such a problematic position, I think. Let's see here though. Let's see. Also, we don't know what item the Whimsicott is. Whimsicott Tapu Lele is a pretty okay lead for me. I'll definitely take it. So I did lead Kyurem, which isn't exactly the best lead here, and Pheromosa is not exactly the best lead here, but hey, we'll take it. I can go for Icy Wind Airstream if I want to. I can go for coaching immediately. Don't think coaching is absolutely necessary here. Do I want to pick up a knockout here is my question. I feel like if I Airstream Icy Wind, I don't pick up a knockout, and that's actually good if I don't pick up a knockout. Because if I don't pick... I don't need to Dynamax Torkoal to win this game, no. I think I Icy Wind here. I just hope it's not eject button. I think eject button could be scary, but I think I Icy Wind and I Airstream to Lele, because I feel like I'm going to miss the knockout on Lele barely with the Airstream, I want to say. Then I can Icy Wind, finish off the Lele, and then I can get 2 Airstreams off, so my Pheromosa is going to be like really fast. Yeah, I'm gonna try it out. Let's see how it goes here, but that, of course, that depends on what item this Lele is. I'm expecting specs on this team. If it's Scarf, a little bit confusing. I'm worried about Helping Hand Moonblast coming out here, but I think Tailwind makes the most sense to me, and just like a Gleam here. But they might decide not to Gleam here because of the fact that they don't know if I'm weak to Spotsy or not on the Kyurem, which definitely makes sense. Let's see. Gonna be Tailwind does come out, no surprise. I need to hit both Icy Winds here. Hitting both Icy Winds is huge. Okay, we see the Moonblast. That's fine. Doesn't do too much to Kyurem. Maybe coaching Airstream was better. No, because I need to make sure I outspeed these Pokemon. Here comes an Icy Wind. Slow down that Whimsicott just a bit. Just a bit. Hopefully we knock out the Lele too. If we knock out the... I mean, not knock out the Lele. I hope we barely miss a knockout on Lele. No Jax button. Okay, so it should be Focus Sash. Oh, we knocked out the Lele. That's not good because that gives Durant a switching. That's not exactly a positive thing. Okay, so we knock out Lele. Not exactly my favorite spot though. Did more than thought. Was there a night? I guess no, I don't Airstream the Whims. What play did I have there that stopped it? Well, I guess we change over to plan B now. We go for the KO on Whim and try up Trick Room. I guess that could work out. But the thing is, if Calyrex Durant combination is in the back, I'm very worried about expanding Force into Steel Spike into Porygon. I guess that means I have to go for Max Lightning to change the terrain. Probably. I don't see another way out, I guess. Let's see. Unless they didn't bring Durant. If they didn't bring Durant, we're actually in a pretty decent spot. But they brought Durant. This is going to be hard. If they go Calyrex here, it's definitely a play they can make. Because they have Expanding Force as an option. They do go Calyrex, actually. That's really good for me. Okay. Calyrex here is really good. I can go for Icy Wind into Calyrex and Airstream the Whimsicott, or I could Airstream the Calyrex. I could also Lightning here, but I definitely want an Airstream. No, I definitely want an Airstream, and I want to Airstream Whimsicott. The reason I want to Airstream Whimsicott is to make sure that I can... Because Pheromosa will be the fastest thing on the field afterward, and I don't think Calyrex has a move that can set up Weather or chip away my Pheromosa's Focus Sash, so... I think it's better to Icy Wind right here. Maybe Protect. No, I need the Icy Wind here. Ooh. Oh, they Mud Shot the Pheromosa. Okay, that's an interesting play there. Because that lowers my speed, so Whimsicott's going to be faster. I didn't consider that. I guess the play was to Protect right there in Airstream. I guess Protect Airstream also didn't lose me too much either now that I think about it. I think the only thing that would have screwed me over was Max Strike. Yeah, and I forgot to consider A, Max Strike an option, and B, Mud Shot is another option. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. Because I don't think Calyrex knocked out. Would Calyrex knock out with Life Orb, Helping Hand, Psychic move, Max Mindstorm? I don't know if it would into Kyurem with the Assault Vest. I mean, I go Porygon here at least. I go Porygon. I have a shot. It's not a pretty shot. Urshifu. Well, at least I can only close combat one slot. That's one positive, I guess. Okay, it's doable. It's very tough, but very doable. Unfortunately, they still have Max on deck. Go for the Trick Room here. Trick Room attempt. And I go for the... What should I do here? Airstream the Urshifu? Hailstorm won't knock out their... Well, actually, no. You... I want to outspeed Calyrex. Oh, the thing is Calyrex is Dynamaxing too. Oh, I'm in such a bad spot. Because they still have Tailwind on deck. I think I go for Airstream and Urshifu. Yeah, I think I do go for Airstream and Urshifu. They're gonna Dynamax though. Okay. A Dynamax on Calyrex? Are they going to focus down the Porygon? I'm actually surprised that they focus down the Porygon here. Oh, unless they're going for Strike here if they have it. It could be like 4 attacks Calyrex. They go for Strike and a Porygon. Because the thing is, I can't Hailstorm because I need to be faster than the Calyrex in at least Trick Room or Outer Trick Room. They do go for Mindstorm. Okay, it's not a Kyurem. Oh. Nice. I should live this. Yeah, okay. And they don't knock out, right? Yeah, I don't think... Oh, they're banded, aren't they? I don't know if it's banded or not. I think that's adamant, but I don't know if that's banded. But that's actually pretty huge. I'm able to survive because I'm able to get a Max Airstream off into the Urshifu, and that's actually able to pick up a knockout. And that's huge because of the fact that... Or not pick up a knockout, but the thing is... Oh, wait. This is still awkward, isn't it? Oh, wait, no, I am able to knock out her sheep. Was that banded? I don't think it's banded, is it? Is that actually the power of Porygon? I'll actually double check the calc afterward, but I feel like if that is, that's actually insane that Porygon lived. The play here is pretty simple. I go for Eerie Impulse into the Calyrex to slow it down for the upcoming turn because Recover doesn't really change anything here if they go for Max Mindstorm into Porygon 2, and they might because I don't think Kyurem's like that big of an offensive threat for them immediately. So we'll go for Eerie Impulse and we'll go for the Icicle Spear. Yeah, because we have multiple hits here. So let's see here. Eerie Impulse into the Calyrex. There should be Max Mindstorm in a Porygon anyway, so I don't think there's a chance to recover. Wait, I'm still slower than Calyrex? I guess +3 and +2 Tailwind when Calyrex has enough speed. Okay, so I guess Airstream was always a bad play, which I did not anticipate. Wow. I did not anticipate that one. I get the boost, which is fine, but I think I just go Torkoal and I get a single target eruption in the Icicle Spear, and that should be able to pick up a knockout into the Calyrex, I think. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. I'm pretty sure Kyurem wins now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Eruption into Calyrex finishes it off, and Icicle Spear. I guess I misjudged the numbers on... I guess that kind of makes sense, because oh yeah, because it does actually make sense based on the speed tiers now that I think about it. Yeah, because Calyrex hits pretty high numbers because of the fact it's base 150 speed. We go for Eruption here in Icicle Spear. That always wins here. But that was probably a big mistake for me to go for the Airstream. I should have went for Hailstorm then. Hailstorm, so if it was Sash or Shifu, I picked up the knockout onto that and I still had pressure. But yeah, Eruption able to finish off the Calyrex because Sun Torkoal is pretty insane. Calyrex goes down, able to pick up a victory there. No Durant. Durant would have been nice to see. Durant was actually very problematic for me, I think. But luckily, we were still able to win. That was a close one. I think... Okay, I'm going to check the calc real quick on our Shifu against Porygon real quick before I say anything. Okay, I checked out the damage of our Shifu, and oh my goodness, this calc is disgusting. I max defense Porygon too, if you don't know. Banded close combat, if it's Jolly or Shifu, guaranteed never to KO. So my opponent always had to double into Porygon too. So yeah, that's actually insane, I think. Oh, that's actually insane. Adamant is like a roll too, and it's like not in their favor. Adamant is... Actually, Adamant's 50% chance to KO. It's actually a little bit higher than I thought, but that's still insane. Porygon 2, absolutely monstrous. But yeah, the game could have definitely changed. I think there were a few things that could have happened on that turn where Porygon was able to get Trick Room into close combat where they Dynamax. One, they could have went for Expanding Force. Of course, they were risking the Calyrex there, so I'm not sure how likely it was. Like, if I went for the Hailstorm and was able to knock out the Calyrex, for instance, it would have actually been pretty huge, I think, if I was able to knock out the Calyrex, and then it's like Urshifu versus Torkoal, and Max Urshifu, Bandit Urshifu, wouldn't even do that much of Torkoal, and Heat Wave would do way too much, I think. So there's also that aspect. I don't know if there's like a 100% right play there from me or my opponent, because I think the thing though was Airstream was bad because I looked over the Airstream numbers, and yeah, definitely don't outspeed Calyrex. So yeah, Hailstorm is correct there because I knew they would have to close combat the Porygon slot. There was basically like no way they weren't going for close combat, I think, into the Porygon slot, and Hailstorm would have KO'd the Urshifu. I forgot about the defense drop, and then I think with the Hail, in case it was Sash, I would be able to pick up the knockout anyway. So yeah, definitely better to get the Hail damage there instead of Airstream, since it didn't even come into play against the Calyrex, I guess. So Airstream was definitely a waste of time. Should have went for the Hailstorm that one turn. I think that was an improved play on my part. But again, it really came out down to what the Calyrex did, I think. Dynamax, there was just like so many factors of like Porygon be able to Trick Room, the Kyurem-Black be able to pick up the KO on potentially Calyrex if it didn't Dynamax, or just knock out the Urshifu, which was pretty big at the end of the day because my opponent was still down. So yeah, like no matter what, it would have been difficult, but that's like how usually Dynamax games go. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 21 Back for Battles. If you do want to try out this team, and make sure you try it out, there is a rental code available in the description, as well as a pay spin available down below. 2 weeks to grab it, so make sure you grab it while you can. And yeah, you can go check out my other stuff as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my Twitch, and my TikTok. All of those stuff will be down below. Be sure to follow me on my Twitch channel for my live streams, and you can ask me questions there. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. Have a great day, people, and until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.